How's it going, everyone? Nick from Comic Culture here. It is time for Nick at Night, the non-spoiler comic review show where I go over the books I picked up this past week. Let's get started. All right, we're going to start over in the big two with Marvel first with Devil's Reign, issue number 4, the Black History Month Luke Cage variant here. I absolutely love this one. This one is really, really nice. So Devil's Reign number 4. Man, this is the issue before it all kind of kicks off. We have both sides kind of rallying the troops, getting back to full strength. All these heroes have been locked up. They've been put away, falsely accused, power dampeners all over their necks and everything, but man, you know they're resourceful. You know they're going to get out of that. And so basically this is the big issue where all the heroes kind of get together. They kind of formulate a plan. They're sick and tired of being tossed down and being thrown in jail. They are going to go and kick some ass. But it's not going to be so easy. On the other side, Wilson Fisk finds out some new powers that maybe the Purple Man kind of imbued him with. Maybe not exactly him, but something that he has. And so we get to explore what the possibilities are with that newfound power. What was also interesting in this issue is not all the bad guys are kind of like on board with Wilson Fisk and his vision right now. He's kind of telling them to do things that maybe they're not even quite capable or not quite comfortable doing. And so it was pretty interesting to see some of those villains kind of team up with the good guys, you know what I mean? Some of these champions over here, and kind of give them kind of the heads up and, hey, this might be going on. You might want to go check this out, which is going to give our heroes an upper hand in the coming issues. But man, Wilson Fisk and his Superior Four and all those Doc Ocks from all the different multiverse, that's going to be something to kind of get over. That's going to be something that they're going to have to figure out a way to kind of climb over. And Wilson Fisk is at the top of his game right now, so we're going to see what they can do about that. Devil's Reign number 4. This is definitely the ramp-up issue. 5 and 6 are coming shortly, and I'm looking forward to it, man. All right, we're going to go over to Moon Knight next. We have Moon Knight number 8. That's right, number 8 already. This is our Hunter's Moon issue. This issue takes a sidestep a little bit. I'm trying to go back and find that moment where Moon Knight actually kind of gets arrested. He gets locked up in the Devil's Reign tie-in. I was supposed to get that tie-in. I don't know where it kind of fell through the cracks, but Hunter's Moon has taken over the mantle of Moon Knight in Mark Spector's absence, and the first thing he's sent on is to basically chase this myth. There was this lady who ended up dying. She was kind of like a terrorist, kind of like a vigilante, and some guy comes to the ministry and says, hey, we need some help taking this girl out because her mark's being left all over the place and she's just becoming a big nuisance right now. And so we have Hunter's Moon taking on the Stained Glass Scarlet. Her little symbol's been left all over the place. There's been weird sightings of her. There's been murders. There's been weird stuff going on. He needs to go in and investigate and see what's happening. Basically, it's a gigantic trip. And so basically the Stained Glass Scarlet is kind of ascended to this godlike status, probably because of all the different followers and like cult people that have been kind of worshiping the story of her, and it kind of manifested itself like a Department of Truth kind of thing. That was my interpretation of it though, so let me know down below if you had a different one. But Hunter's Moon comes face to face with this Stained Glass Scarlet, and she's enormous. She's kind of playing with reality a little bit. It was a really interesting battle, and so she tried to overcome Hunter's Moon, but Hunter's Moon is Fistaconchu, man. So he goes ahead and conjures up this demon, and so it's God versus God, and it was basically the idea between the fight between a new idea and an ancient old idea, and it was really kind of cool to see all that kind of blend together. This was a fun issue. It kind of made me enjoy Hunter's Moon way more than I ever have so far, but I do have to go back and figure out where Mark went, how to get wrapped into the whole Devil's Reign thing. I remember in one of the issues, they had a couple panels where he was attacked and kind of captured, but I'm pretty sure there was a one shot with him in there in Devil's Reign, so I gotta go back and find that. Let me know if you guys have read that one and if it's a direct tie-in. Of course it would be, but I feel like I missed out on a little bit, so you might want to check that out too. All right, next we have the X Deaths of Wolverine. This is issue number 2. I've been digging this one. It's all about Moira in this one. I've been liking this run better than X Lives of Wolverine. We'll see how they kind of tie in over the course of the run here, but essentially we still have Moira on the run. We have our like weaponized Wolverine over here, the Phalanx Wolverine. He's kind of all over the place. Last time we saw him, he was actually in Krakoa about to attack Wolverine, who was on the table, Jean, and Professor X. Now he's like in the ocean riding sharks and stuff and throwing people overboard, hijacking boats, and trying to get presumably over to Moira. But Moira is kind of becoming a little bit wise on how Mystique's able to track her down. She resolves that little beacon, so to speak, in this issue in a pretty brutal way. This one's just full of action. It's full of gore. It's absolutely insane. It's kind of like a Bourne Identity kind of a chase kind of scene, which I think is pretty cool. I do like that. Now the Wolverine in here is interesting because he's almost sympathetic. He's very mission oriented. He's not really killing all these other people that are in his way. If you're in his way, he's going to push you out of there, but he's got a very unique mission and he's going for his target only, and he's coming back. So I'm not too sure where this Wolverine is from, how much of him is actually still left in there, or what, but it has been pretty interesting, and I do like that. This one though, this book is crazy. This is a Moira book. I don't know why it's called X Deaths of Wolverine. This is a complete Moira book, and if you like that, man, you're gonna like this one too. Art is killer in this. It's non-stop, action-packed, and it's like Bourne Identity meets X-Men. That's all I can. That's the best way I can describe that one. X Deaths. It's pretty cool, man. All right, we're jumping over to DC next with the Joker issue number 2 from James Tynion the Fourth. You know me, I haven't been really digging this issue. The last one got a little bit better. You know, the more that they focus on the main task at hand, which is basically the theory, the option that Gordon was given to kill Joker, and he would get like all the money in the world, his family would be safe and secure, but this girl that's been giving him this offer was really, really suspicious, and we found out some good reasons to be suspicious of her. So Barbara Gordon kind of thinks she's going to put her in a trap and takes her father's place and joins her on the rest of this mission to go get Joker, but things don't go according to plan here. But this is an interesting issue. It's Jim being Jim and being the great detective that he is. He actually kind of finds out a lot more about these people that kind of hired him to take on the Joker, figured out what their motivations are. We got Bullock in this issue, who plays like the comedic relief and plays kind of the plot device to be the reader, so Jim can kind of explain what's been going on with this. So they do have some pretty cool reveals. I did not see one of the reveals they make in this book. I did not see it coming. I saw some of the paneling, I saw some of the characters involved, and I had my assumption, but we were kind of led to believe that was kind of impossible leading up to this point. When you read the book, you'll understand that right here. So the artwork is actually pretty cool. I do like that. I feel like it's different, still refreshing at the same time, so I did like that a lot. We are only 2 issues away from finishing this book. We'll see where it goes. It hasn't been bad as of late, but I feel like it could have just been like a 6-issue run, I feel like, but maybe they needed all this build up and it's going to pay off in the next 2 issues. I doubt it. This one, Joker, not too bad. All right, we're gonna go over to some indie books real quick with one that was just absolutely fire. I love this series. It is King of Spies. This is issue number 3, even though that graphic up there, that font is very, very weird. I thought it was issue 5. I was losing my mind. I had to look at the barcode just to make sure. If you don't know how to read barcodes, I got a video for that. I'll try to link it up here for you guys. Image Comics, King of Spies. Been digging this book. Mark Millar and Matteo Scalera on the art. The art is breathtaking in this book. So basically, again, the premise is, what if James Bond basically had cancer or something terminal? He only has a few months to live. He's still very capable. The people he's worked for has put him to work his entire life. He's been assassinating people, taking care of the threats, but he hasn't really been killing the guys he probably should be killing, the people who are making the world an awful place. So he's gonna get a second chance in this book. You know, in doing so, man, he's pissing off a whole lot of people. Everyone's sending all their assassins towards him. His own son, who hates him for kind of breaking up the family early on, breaking mom's heart, all that stuff. He is now kind of leading a task force to take on his old man, and it gets crazy in this book. Dialogue in the scenes in this book, the coloring is beautiful, the artwork is beautiful, the story is engaging, it's super fast paced, it's like a chase James Bond, ultra violent, very cool, twists around every corner kind of a book. I really do like the way that they do action scenes in this with the line work. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a gorgeous book to read. So King of Spies, man, it's probably one of the best books out there right now from indie titles. So I would really recommend it. It's only 3 issues in. You could probably do some backbend diving and find issues 1 and 2. Pick this one up if you're not reading it. We got one from Ablaze Comics. We have Life Zero issue number 1. Kaketo is on the art, which is the reason why I picked this one up. Some of the Bad Batch recommended this or kind of put this on my radar. My shop had a copy, so I went ahead and grabbed it, and I am so glad I did. Basically, this reminds me a lot of Walking Dead. It's like, what if Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead was some kind of a sergeant, some kind of a captain of this, presumably like a strike team or something like that. And he was locked up in prison for whatever reason. The strike team comes in after the apocalypse has started. They infiltrate the prison, grab Rick, and run out, but all hell breaks loose at the same time. That's what this book is all about. It's ultra graphic, ultra violent. We don't really know a whole lot yet. It's basically, like I said, an extraction mission We got our guy, we're trying to get out, all hell breaks loose, our escape plan is gone, now what do we do kind of thing. So very cool, low on the dialogue, crazy good art, interesting story. You know me, I'm liking The Walking Dead. I'm probably going to keep going with this one. I don't know how many issues it is. We're on issue number 1. I'm excited, man. It's going to be great. All right, 2 more books. We're going over to AWA Upshot. We're going to start with The Fourth Man, issue number 2 of 4. What a cool book this is kind of been. So basically, this is all these different mobsters, in a way, kind of taking each other out. We have all these hired killers going out, getting hired by the same guy to kind of take out this dealership guy, and they are failing left and right. And it's cool because we're learning the story through kind of the eyes of the forensic investigators. They're in the morgue, they're looking at the wounds, they're trying to piece together the stories, and then we get the story layered on top of it, and it's really kind of cool. We got Mike Deodato Jr.'s art on here, so you have a lot of time looking through trying to like identify all these different people that he put inside of his book. And I think I have a few people that I see in this book for sure. I just can't place their names, but I'm sure when you read this book you'll have the same clues there too. So it's a cool story. I'm really digging it so far. The art is pretty awesome. This is actually going to make a really great trade read, I think. I think it's only 4 issues long. That's right, it's only 4 issues. It's going to make a really cool trade read because you really need to pay attention to the details, and I think just reading it back to back, it's a fast read. And I feel like reading each issue back to back would work out perfectly for this kind of book. And that's what I plan on doing when I get some extra time, just kind of binging this whole series again because I think it's worth it and it's really fun. All right, and the last book we read this week was Hotell, issue number 3 from John Lees. All right, so we're back to the craziness of Hotell in this book. We have this guy who's staying in here, who's an artist, who's drawing everything. We've known about in volume number 1 about the craziness of the innkeeper, the guy who runs the place, the painting on the wall, the demon, the spirit, the essence that kind of haunts this whole entire place. Might have something to do with that painting up on there, like a Ghostbusters 2 kind of situation. Who knows? We didn't get a 100% clear explanation. We know the place is jacked up. This artist comes in there, draws that painting on there, and all of a sudden he's kind of imbued, or his notebook is imbued with this power to just kind of manipulate reality around him. He's drawing waste baskets and lawn chairs and things like that, and however he's drawing them, he's envisioning it as the most perfect representation of that item, and it kind of changes and manifests itself in reality. So it's almost like a Death Note kind of thing, like a picture of everything else kind of a situation going on. Whatever he does on his canvas here, whatever he does in his notebook, it happens in real life, and it goes horribly wrong. What's different about this volume than the last volume is in this volume we were introduced to this biker gang who's going around just kind of taking everybody out. And we touch on them every once in a while. It's been a couple issues, or at least one, where they were introduced, and they're introduced in this one too, and they're going to be in the next issue as well. So that's something a little bit different. We have now this gang of like these ultra violent bikers coming in to this crazy ass hotel. So all hell's going to break loose soon. I just know it. And it's going to be really, really fun. We did get a scene of a couple people from previous issues in this book too. So there's a little bit of connective tissue there between the residents, which I expected in this book. So we have issue 4 and 5 coming up. I don't know what the hell they're going to do with this, but it's been really fun so far. And it's been surprising for me, even though I know the kind of surprises and things like that might be up ahead based on volume 1. So guys, that's what I picked up this past week, and that's what I thought about it. Let me know down below what your favorite books were this week. Like, subscribe, share, hit that bell notification for future videos. See you in the comments.